Before you listen any further, pause for a moment and feel this truth deep within your soul. The same God who carried you through every storm you thought would break you is still holding you right now, still breathing life into your weary spirit, still writing a story that is far from over. And even in this very moment, when your heart may feel heavy, when your thoughts may feel scattered, when your strength may feel small, He is whispering to you with a voice more powerful than your fears, more constant than your doubts, and more faithful than your circumstances. Do not forget me, for I have never forgotten you. Have you ever stood in the middle of a storm and wondered if you would survive it? Felt the winds of uncertainty shaking everything you thought was stable, and questioned whether the ground beneath your feet would give way? Have you ever stared at a problem so large that it felt like it was swallowing your hope, like it was slowly erasing the light you once carried so confidently within your heart? Have you ever asked yourself why life sometimes becomes so unbearably heavy that even taking the next step feels like a battle, like your spirit is fighting just to breathe? Have you ever cried in silence while everyone around you believed that you were strong, smiled on the outside while your soul quietly whispered for help, and held yourself together when all you wanted was to fall apart? Have you ever reached a moment where fear spoke louder than faith, where doubt echoed more clearly than truth, and where your vision became clouded by everything that seemed to be going wrong? And if you are honest, have you ever forgotten the very God who carried you through every battle you have already survived? The God who made a way when there was no way. The God who stood beside you when no one else could see your pain. Today, in this sacred moment, God is speaking directly into your heart with a message that is both gentle and powerful, both comforting and awakening, both tender and transformative, and He is saying to you, remember the times I made a way for you. Focus on me, not on your problems. You see, many people lose their peace not because God has abandoned them, but because they have forgotten what He has already done, because the noise of their current struggles has become louder than the memory of His past faithfulness, because the weight of the present has overshadowed the victories of the past. And the enemy's greatest weapon is not always fear or pain, but often it is forgetfulness, a quiet drifting away from remembrance, a subtle shift in focus that causes you to magnify your problems while minimizing God's power. When you forget the faithfulness of God, you begin to magnify your problems until they seem insurmountable. When you forget His miracles, you begin to believe that your situation is permanent. When you forget His promises, you begin to lose your confidence and question your future. But today, God is calling you back to remembrance, back to faith, back to focus. One of the greatest spiritual truths you must hold on to is this: what you focus on will either strengthen your faith or strengthen your fear. Because your attention is powerful, your focus is formative, and what you dwell on will shape how you see everything else. If you focus on your problems, they will appear bigger than they truly are. If you focus on your circumstances, they will feel heavier than you can bear. If you focus on your limitations, they will seem stronger than your ability to overcome. But if you focus on God, everything begins to change in ways that defy logic and transcend understanding. When you focus on God, fear begins to shrink, losing its grip on your mind and its power over your heart. When you focus on God, hope begins to rise like a light breaking through darkness, reminding you that your story is not finished. When you focus on God, strength begins to return, not because your situation has instantly changed, but because your perspective has been transformed. God knows that life can be overwhelming, that challenges can distract you, that pain can cloud your memory and distort your vision. And that is exactly why He gives you this divine instruction, not as a suggestion, but as a command filled with love and wisdom. Remember. Remember the former things. Remember the evidence of His faithfulness. Remember the moments when you thought it was over, yet somehow you made it through. Remember the times when you did not know how you would survive, yet provision came from unexpected places. Remember the seasons when your body was weak, yet healing found you. Remember the nights when your heart was broken, yet peace slowly, gently restored you. Remember the days when you felt abandoned, yet help arrived in ways you could not have planned. God is asking you to remember because remembrance builds faith. It anchors your soul, it strengthens your spirit, and it reminds you that your past is filled with proof of His power. When you remember His past miracles, you gain confidence in His future provision. When you remember His past protection, you trust His present guidance. When you remember His past provision, you believe in His ongoing care, because forgetting leads to fear, but remembering leads to faith. So many people allow their current problems to erase their memory of God's past victories. They look at what is wrong now and forget everything that went right before. They focus on one difficult moment and ignore a lifetime of divine intervention. But God is speaking clearly to you right now. Do not let one storm make you forget all the times I have saved you. The truth is, your life is filled with evidence of God's goodness. Even if you have overlooked it, even if you have minimized it, even if you have forgotten it. You have survived things that should have destroyed you. You have overcome obstacles that should have defeated you. You have walked through situations that should have broken you. And yet you are still here, still breathing, still standing, still moving forward, not by accident, but by His grace. Not by chance, but by His faithfulness. And yet, remembrance alone is not enough, because God is not only calling you to look back, He is calling you to look up, to shift your focus in the present, to intentionally direct your attention toward Him even when everything around you is demanding your fear. Because remembering is a choice, focusing is a decision, and faith is a discipline that you must practice daily, moment by moment, thought by thought. Your mind will naturally drift toward worry. Fear will try to dominate your thoughts. Problems will scream for your attention. But you have the power to choose, the power to decide what you will dwell on, the power to redirect your focus. You can choose to meditate on fear, or you can choose to meditate on faith. You can choose to replay your worries, or you can choose to replay God's miracles. You can choose to dwell on your problems, or you can choose to dwell on God's power. And that choice will determine the direction of your spirit. So today, right here, right now, let this truth settle deeply into your heart. Your past victories are proof of God's future faithfulness, and the same God who carried you before is not tired, not distant, not finished. He is still carrying you, still guiding you, still making a way even when you cannot yet see it. And as this first part comes to a close, hold on to this declaration with everything within you. Let it echo in your spirit and rise above every doubt. I will remember, I will refocus, and I will trust the God who has never failed me. Now listen closely, because what you are about to receive is not just encouragement. It is a divine redirection of your focus, a sacred invitation to rise above the weight that has been pressing on your spirit, and a powerful reminder that even when your circumstances feel uncertain, your God remains unshaken, unmoved, and completely in control. And right now, in this very moment, He is calling you higher, calling you deeper, calling you away from the chaos that surrounds you and into the peace that comes only from fixing your eyes on Him. There is a reason your mind feels like a battlefield sometimes, a reason your thoughts seem to pull you in different directions, a reason fear tries to creep in even after everything God has already brought you through. And that reason is this: your focus determines your experience, your attention shapes your reality, and whatever you consistently look at will begin to influence how you feel, how you think, and how you respond to life. This is why the instruction to fix your eyes on God is not just spiritual language. It is a life-changing principle, a powerful discipline, and a necessary shift that can transform everything within you even before anything changes around you. Imagine walking along a narrow path on the edge of a steep mountain, where one side leads to safety and the other drops into danger. If you constantly look down at the depth below, your fear will rise, your steps will become uncertain, and your body will begin to tremble. But if you fix your eyes on the path ahead and trust the one guiding you, something incredible happens. Your confidence grows, your steps become steady, and your fear begins to lose its power. And this is exactly how life works, because when you constantly stare at your problems, analyze your fears, and magnify your limitations, you begin to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and stuck. But when you fix your eyes on God, when you intentionally direct your attention toward His presence, His promises, and His power, your spirit begins to rise above what once tried to pull you down. Fixing your eyes on God means choosing to trust His character, even when you do not understand your circumstances. It means believing in His promises, even when your situation looks impossible. It means resting in His presence, even when your thoughts feel restless and your heart feels heavy. It is not about ignoring your problems, but about refusing to give them more attention than they deserve, because your problems are temporary, but God is eternal. Your problems are limited, but God is limitless. Your problems are uncertain, but God is faithful. There is something deeply transformative that happens when you shift your focus from what is happening to you and place it on the one who is working through you. Because suddenly your perspective begins to change. Your thoughts begin to align with truth, and your emotions begin to follow the direction of your faith instead of the direction of your fear. You begin to realize that what once seemed overwhelming is now manageable. What once seemed impossible is now an opportunity for God to move. And what once felt like the end is actually the beginning of something greater than you could have imagined. Many people are waiting for their circumstances to change before they allow their faith to rise. But God is teaching you something deeper. Your faith does not come from what you see, it comes from who you focus on. And when you focus on Him, your inner world begins to shift, even if your outer world has not yet caught up. Think about the times in your life when you felt completely overwhelmed, when everything around you seemed uncertain, when you did not know how things would work out, and yet somehow, step by step, moment by moment, you made it through. What carried you through those moments was not the absence of problems, but the presence of God, not the removal of difficulty, but the strength that came from focusing on something greater than your fear. The truth is, focusing on God does not mean that challenges will disappear instantly. It does not mean that you will never face difficulty, and it does not mean that life will suddenly become easy. But it does mean that you will experience peace in the middle of chaos, strength in the middle of weakness, and hope in the middle of uncertainty. It means that even when the storm is still raging around you, there will be a calm within you that cannot be shaken, because your focus is not on the storm, but on the one who controls it. There are people who have faced incredible challenges, illness, loss, financial hardship, emotional pain, and yet they have risen above those situations not because their circumstances were easy, but because their focus was fixed on God. When someone facing illness chooses to focus on hope, on prayer, and on the power of God rather than fear and worst-case scenarios, their spirit becomes stronger than their situation. When someone facing financial difficulty chooses to remember God's provision and trust in His faithfulness instead of dwelling on lack, they begin to experience peace even before provision arrives. When someone dealing with emotional pain chooses to focus on God's healing love instead of replaying their hurt, restoration begins to take root within their heart. This is the power of focus, the power of perspective, the power of choosing where your attention will rest, because your focus will either feed your fear or fuel your faith. God is speaking to you right now and saying, "Do not stare at the storm, look at me. Do not measure your problem by your strength, measure it by my power. Do not allow what you see to determine what you believe, allow who I am to shape what you know." The enemy wants your attention, because he knows that if he can control your focus, he can influence your emotions, weaken your faith, and keep you trapped in cycles of worry and doubt. But God is calling you to take back your focus, to reclaim your attention, and to anchor your thoughts in truth rather than fear. You have more authority over your thoughts than you realize, more control over your focus than you have been led to believe, and more power to shift your perspective than you have been using. And today is the day you begin to use it. Today is the day you stop allowing your mind to wander into fear and start directing it toward faith. Today is the day you stop rehearsing your worries and start declaring God's promises over your life. Every time fear tries to rise, remind yourself of who God is. Every time doubt tries to enter your mind, speak truth over it. Every time your circumstances try to overwhelm you, shift your focus back to the one who is greater than them all. Because the more you focus on God, the more you will begin to see His hand at work in your life. The more you will recognize His presence in your situation, and the more you will experience His peace in your heart. So right now, make this decision deep within your spirit. Let it become a declaration that you carry with you beyond this moment. Let it shape how you think, how you respond, and how you walk through whatever lies ahead. I will fix my eyes on God, not on my problems. I will choose faith over fear, truth over doubt, and peace over anxiety. I will trust the one who has never failed me and never will. And as you hold on to this declaration, as you let it settle into every part of your being, remember this. Your focus is not just a reaction to your life. It is a powerful force that shapes your life. And when your focus is fixed on God, nothing can shake the foundation He has placed beneath you. Right now, as you continue listening, something sacred is happening within you, something deeper than emotion and stronger than circumstance. Because God is not only speaking to your ears, He is reaching into your spirit, restoring what has been drained, strengthening what has been weakened, and awakening a level of faith that refuses to bow to fear. And in this moment, He is gently but firmly reminding you that you are not as fragile as your struggles have made you feel. You are not as defeated as your thoughts have tried to convince you. And you are certainly not alone in what you are facing, because the same God who walked with you through every valley is still walking beside you now, guiding you step by step, even when the path ahead seems unclear. There are seasons in life where everything feels uncertain, where the answers you are searching for seem distant, where the weight you are carrying feels heavier than your strength. And in those moments, it becomes easy to believe that something has gone wrong, that maybe you have been forgotten, that maybe your prayers are not being heard. But what if the truth is something far more powerful, something far more reassuring, something that shifts everything you thought you understood about your situation? What if God is not absent, but active in ways you cannot yet see? What if He is not silent, but speaking in ways your heart is still learning to recognize? What if He is not delaying your breakthrough, but preparing you for something greater than you imagined? You see, faith is not the absence of questions, and it is not the denial of difficulty. Faith is the decision to trust God even when you do not understand, even when you cannot trace His hand, even when the outcome is not yet visible. And that kind of faith is not built in comfort. It is built in the middle of uncertainty, in the tension between what you see and what you believe. Think about how many times in your life things did not make sense at first, how many moments felt confusing or even painful. Yet later you realized that those very moments were shaping you, strengthening you, positioning you for something you could not have reached otherwise. The truth is, God often does his deepest work in seasons that feel the most unclear, because it is in those moments that your dependence on him grows stronger, your trust becomes deeper, and your faith becomes more resilient. There is a divine process taking place in your life right now, even if you cannot fully see it, even if you do not yet understand it, even if it feels uncomfortable or even overwhelming. And that process is not meant to break you. It is meant to build you, not meant to weaken you, but to refine you, not meant to end your story, but to elevate it. You are being prepared for something greater, something that requires a stronger foundation, a deeper trust, and a more focused faith. And that preparation is happening right now, in the very situation you are tempted to question. This is why it is so important not to lose your focus, not to allow your current circumstances to define your belief, not to let temporary struggles convince you of permanent defeat, because what you are going through is not the final chapter of your story. It is a part of the process that is leading you toward victory. There is a reason you have made it this far, a reason you are still standing despite everything that has come against you, a reason you have not given up even when it would have been easier to walk away. And that reason is God's sustaining power working within you, carrying you even when you felt like you had no strength left. You may not have noticed it in the moment, you may not have recognized it at the time, but every time you kept going when you felt like quitting, every time you found strength in the middle of weakness, every time you held on to hope when everything around you seemed uncertain, that was God working within you, strengthening you, sustaining you, and proving that you are capable of more than you realize because he is greater than anything you face. There is also something else you must understand, something that can completely change how you see your current situation, and it is this. Delay does not mean denial, and waiting does not mean that nothing is happening. In fact, some of the most powerful things God does in your life happen in the waiting, in the unseen, in the quiet moments where it feels like nothing is changing. Because while you are waiting, God is working. While you are trusting, God is aligning things in ways you cannot yet see. While you are holding on, God is preparing the breakthrough that will make sense of everything you have gone through. It is easy to trust when everything is going well, when the path is clear and the answers are visible. But true faith is revealed in the waiting, in the moments where you have to choose trust over doubt, hope over fear, belief over uncertainty. And those are the moments that define your spiritual strength. Those are the moments that shape your character. Those are the moments that draw you closer to God in ways that comfort never could. So if you find yourself in a season of waiting right now, if you feel like things are moving slower than you expected, if you are wondering when your breakthrough will come, hear this clearly. God has not forgotten you, your prayers have not been ignored, and your situation is not beyond his power. Everything is unfolding according to a divine timing that is greater than your understanding. And when the moment is right, when the preparation is complete, when everything is aligned, what God has been working on in the unseen will begin to manifest in the seen. Until then, your responsibility is not to figure everything out, not to control every outcome, not to force things to happen before their time, but to remain faithful, to stay focused, and to trust the one who is orchestrating it all behind the scenes. Stay rooted in faith even when your emotions fluctuate. Stay grounded in truth even when your thoughts try to drift toward fear. Stay anchored in God's promises even when your circumstances try to shake your confidence. Because the stability you are looking for does not come from what is happening around you. It comes from who is within you and who is guiding you every step of the way. And as this part draws to a close, let this truth settle deeply into your heart and rise within your spirit like an unshakable declaration. What God has started in your life, he He will complete. What He has promised, He will fulfill. What He is preparing, it will be worth the wait. And no matter how uncertain things may feel right now, your future is not in the hands of chance. It is in the hands of a faithful God who is working all things together for your good. And that alone is reason enough to keep trusting, keep believing, and keep moving forward with unshaken faith. Before this message comes to its final moment, before the words begin to settle into silence and you return to the rhythm of your day, receive this with your whole heart, not casually but deeply, not lightly but intentionally, because this is the kind of truth that can carry you through seasons you have not yet faced and strengthen you in ways you do not yet realize. God has not brought you this far to leave you now. He has not sustained you through every past battle only to abandon you in your present one. And He has not written every chapter of your story with such care and purpose just to end it in defeat. No, your life is still unfolding under divine direction. Your story is still being written by faithful hands, and your breakthrough is not behind you. It is ahead of you, even if you cannot yet see it. Right now, there may still be questions in your mind. There may still be concerns in your heart. There may still be situations that feel unresolved. But do not mistake the presence of uncertainty for the absence of God, because He is closer than you think, working more than you see, and moving in ways that are beyond your current understanding. And even now, as you listen to these words, He is inviting you into a deeper level of surrender, a deeper level of trust, and a deeper level of peace that does not depend on circumstances, but flows directly from His presence. Surrender is not weakness, it is alignment. It is the moment where you release your need to control everything and choose to trust the one who already holds everything together. It is where you stop striving in your own strength and begin resting in divine strength, where you stop carrying burdens you were never meant to carry and place them into hands that are strong enough to hold them without ever growing tired. Think about how much weight you have been carrying, how many thoughts you have been trying to manage, how many outcomes you have been trying to control, and imagine what would happen if you truly released all of that, not just in words but in belief, not just for a moment but as a lifestyle, trusting that God is able to do what you cannot, to see what you cannot see, and to orchestrate what you cannot understand. Because the truth is, peace begins where control ends, and the more you try to hold everything together on your own, the more overwhelmed you will feel. But the moment you surrender it to God, something shifts within you, something lifts from your spirit, something calms within your mind. There is a peace that comes from knowing that your life is not random, that your struggles are not meaningless, and that your future is not uncertain in the hands of God. It is a peace that does not depend on everything going your way, but on knowing that everything is working according to a higher purpose, even when you cannot yet see how. And that peace is available to you right now, in this very moment, if you are willing to receive it, if you are willing to trust beyond what you feel, and if you are willing to believe beyond what you see. You have come too far to turn back now. You have grown too much to settle for fear, and you have experienced too much of God's faithfulness to doubt Him at this stage of your journey. Every battle you have faced has been preparing you. Every challenge has been strengthening you. Every moment of uncertainty has been stretching your faith. And now you stand in a place where you are not the same person you used to be, because you have been shaped by grace, refined by trials, and sustained by a power greater than yourself. So do not allow fear to rewrite your story. Do not allow doubt to silence your faith. And do not allow your current situation to make you forget everything God has already done in your life. Instead, rise with confidence, walk with assurance, and move forward with a heart that is anchored in truth. Because the same God who has been faithful in your past is still faithful in your present and will remain faithful in your future. And now, as you prepare to step out of this moment and back into your life, carry this declaration within you, not just as words, but as a living truth that guides your thoughts, your decisions, and your perspective. I will not be ruled by fear. I will not be controlled by doubt. I will not be overwhelmed by what I see, because I know who my God is, I know what He has done, and I trust what He is about to do. I will remember His faithfulness. I will fix my focus on Him, and I will walk forward in faith knowing that He is making a way for me even now. And let this final reminder echo within your spirit long after this message ends. Let it rise within you when challenges come. Let it strengthen you when you feel weak, and let it guide you when the path feels unclear. God has never failed you, not once, not ever, and He will not start now. The same God who made a way for you before is already working on your next breakthrough, already aligning what needs to come together, already preparing what needs to be released into your life at the right time. So when fear tries to return, answer it with remembrance. When doubt tries to rise, silence it with truth. And when uncertainty tries to overwhelm you, overcome it with faith. And now, as this message reaches its conclusion, receive this closing with deep conviction and quiet confidence, as if it is being spoken directly over your life, because in many ways it is. Your story is not ending in struggle, it is moving toward victory. Your life is not defined by problems, it is sustained by promise. Your future is not uncertain, it is secured in the hands of a faithful God. So go forward with peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, and faith in your spirit, knowing that no matter what you face, you are never facing it alone, and no matter what lies ahead, God is already there, making a way, opening doors, and guiding you into the purpose He has prepared for you. And may you carry this truth with you always, speaking it, believing it, and living it every single day. God is still making a way for me, and I trust Him completely.